This is Buzzers and Burnouts with your host, Dr. Aaron Hurd. Let's meet today's contestants. He's a semi-professional arm wrestler and full-time conspiracy theorist about squirrels. Give it up for J. Mo Morlock. He claims he invented the blinker but refuses to use it. Matt Carr. And finally, our returning champion who thought Jeopardy was a CrossFit competition. It's Nick Winstead.
Let's see the categories for this round. Numbers and paint schemes. Not Cup. International NASCAR. Scandals and controversies. Records. Crew chiefs and pit bosses. Not talking about grills. Nick, you're our defending champion. You get to pick first. What would you like to go with?
Let's go International NASCAR for 400.
400. NASCAR Europeans division is called this. Anybody? Nope. The Wheelin' Euro Series. All right, Nick. Where would you like to go now?
Not Cup for 600.
Not Cup 600. He won back-to-back Xfinity Series championships in 2018 and 2019. Nick.
Who is Tyler Reddick?
Tyler Reddick is correct. All right, Nick, where you want to go now?
Numbers and paint schemes for 1,000.
1,000. This paint scheme, known as the Silver Bullet, was made famous by Sterling Marlin. Nick.
What is the number 40 Coors Light Dodge?
The Coors Light car, yes, number 40, very good. Nick, where you want to go now? Off to a big lead.
Let's stick with numbers and paint schemes for 800.
800. In 2014, this driver drove a special Dumb and Dumber wrap on the number 23. That's a hard one. Hard to even think who was in the 23. Alex Bowman, driving for BK Racing. They went under. Running in the back, starting parks. All right, Nick, where you want to go now?
Let's go records for 600.
Records for 600. This driver holds the record for most consecutive Cup Series wins. Nick.
Who is Richard Petty?
Yes, sir. He got 10 wins in a row in 1967. That's pretty
One of those was probably at Kingsport Speedway.
I think it was. All right,
let's go
now, Nick?
Not Cup for 800.
800. The inaugural NASCAR Truck Series season was held in this year. Nick.
What is 1995?
Yes, 95. It was a good year. Where you want to go now, Nick?
Let's go crew chiefs and pit bosses for 200.
200. Chad Knaus was the longtime crew chief of this 7-time champion. Matt.
Who is Jimmy Johnson?
Sorry, that's incorrect. No, it's right. Yes.
No, I was like, what?
Oh, now, whoa,
All right,
whoa,
Matt,
whoa.
where you want to go now?
I want to go with scandals and controversies for 400.
400. Ooh. He was suspended indefinitely in 2015 over domestic violence allegations, later reinstated. Yes, Nick.
Who is Kurt Busch?
Yes, Kurt Busch. He freaked out there for a little while. Lost some rides. Where do you want to go,
Let's stick with scandals for 800.
800. This driver was penalized 100 points in 2023 for manipulating the results at the Charlotte Roval. Not one that sticks out. Nick?
Who is Cole Custer?
Yes, sir! Wow! That's amazing. Good job. All right.
Let's stick with that. Scandals and controversies for 600.
600. In 2003, this manufacturer filed a lawsuit against Bill Davis Racing after they found the race team to be building Truck Series trucks for another manufacturer for the next season. Matt.
Who is Pontiac?
No. Anybody else?
Dang.
J-Mo.
Who is Dodge?
Yes, Dodge. Ward Button not having a great time by this point.
I had it backwards.
Not a spaceship, it's a dog.
All right, J-Mo.
Cat skid steer loader.
Numbers and paint schemes for 600.
600. This driver earned his first win in 2005 at Atlanta with sponsorship from Scott's.
Dang it.
Matt.
Who is Carl Edwards?
Nice.
Yes, sir. Driving for Big Roush.
Let's go
do
back
now,
flipping over to records for 800.
Records 800. The Youngest Cup Series winner in history. Nick.
Who is Joey Logano?
That is correct. At the age of 19, 2009, Joey pulled it off. All right, Nick, excuse me. Where you want to go?
Let's stick with records for 1,000.
$1,000. Most poles in NASCAR history. Yes, Nick.
Who is Richard Petty?
He's got the most of everything. 127 poles. All right, Nick, where you want to go now?
Let's go to numbers and paint schemes for 200.
200 on the board. Richard Petty made this number famous. Nick.
What is 43?
It was actually the 40. No, yes, 43, of course. 43. They're still riding it today. All right, Nick, where to now?
Let's finish numbers and paint schemes for 400.
Okay. Jeff Gordon drove a car with this colorful nickname. Nick.
What is the Rainbow Warrior?
Yes, the Rainbow Warrior was the car and him. Yeah, we'll give it to him. Since it was the right answer. All right, Nick, where do you want to go now?
Let's go scandals and controversies for 1,000.
Popular topic here today. This intentional caution scandal at Richmond in 2013 led to major playoff format changes. Matt.
What is Spingate?
Yes, sir. Mikey having some cars flip around, trying to get some Toyotas into the playoffs.
Martin Truex Jr. Let's go with crew chiefs and pit bosses for 800.
800. In 2023, he became crew chief for Kyle Busch at Richard Childress Racing. J-Mo.
Who is Randall Burnett?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Still working with him since he got there. Where you want to go, J-Mo?
I need to change it up.
Crew chiefs and pit bosses for 600.
600. Paul Wolfe has been a championship winning crew chief for these two Penske drivers. Matt.
Who is Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano?
That is correct. All right, Matt, you got the board again. Where you want to head?
Let's go with Not Cup for 200.
Not Cup 200. NASCAR's second-tier national series is known as this. Nick.
What is the Xfinity Series?
Yes, sir. Xfinity putting all the money in NASCAR they can. That's why your bill's so high. All right, Nick, where you want to go?
Let's finish scandals for 1,000.
This controversial 2007 teammate-on-teammate crash at Texas Motor Speedway helped cost a driver the title. Nick.
Who is Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon?
Yes, sir. Beating and banging. Jeff said, it'll never be the same between us again.
Oh.
And he owned half the car. Oh.
Let's go,
Where you wanna go,
not Cup for 400.
All right. This truck series was formerly sponsored by this outdoor company.
God.
What is Gander?
No.
Oh.
J-Mo.
What is Camping World?
Yes, Camping World Truck Series. All right, J-Mo. Where you want to go?
Crew chiefs and pit bosses for 1,000.
Big money. The legendary crew chief was known as the Innovator and built winning cars for multiple Hall of Famers. It's a nickname you didn't hear very often. Ray Abraham.
I did not know that's what
The
his
Innovator.
nickname was.
Nope.
Yeah,
No
nobody
idea.
calls him that.
I learned something.
All right.
The T-Rex car, baby.
Yeah. Never bring it back.
Me, international NASCAR 200.
200. NASCAR hosts this series in Mexico. Matt.
What is the Cup Series?
Rome.
Oh, host. Oh, shit.
Nick.
What is the NASCAR Mexico Series?
It's that simple. It's the Mexico series. All right, Nick. What do you want to go hit next?
Let's finish up Not Cup for 1,000.
Not Cup. This driver won the 2015 Xfinity Series Championship for Jack Roush. Matt.
Who is Chris Buescher?
That is correct. Feel like we've heard that before somewhere. Where do you want to go
Yeah.
next, Matt?
I want to go with crew chiefs and pit bosses to round it out for 400.
Close it down. $400. He was the crew chief for Dale Earnhardt Sr. for 4 of his championships, the most of anyone. Matt.
Who was Larry McReynolds?
No.
Oh, Chocolate Miners.
Nick.
Okay.
Who is Kirk Shelmerdine?
Yes, Hall of Famer Kurt Shelmerdine. Built his own cars
Oh.
and tried to run and got kicked out.
I wasn't alive during those, so.
Let's go international NASCAR for 1,000.
1,000. The Pitney Series is NASCAR's national division in this country. Nick.
What is Canada?
Yes.
Oh,
Canada.
Canada.
Blame Canada.
Maybe the biggest Canadian driver we've got's who? Kaz Gralla? He's not from Canada. All right.
Let's
where you
stick
wanna go
with
next?
international for 800.
800. NASCAR tested a series on this continent in the 1980s and 90s, racing in places like Suzuka and Motegi. Yeah.
What is Asia?
Yes, in the country of Japan. Next category for you, Picnic.
Finish up international for 600.
Last one. This country hosted NASCAR's first official points-paying race outside the U.S. Nick.
What is Mexico?
That's wrong. Exactly.
No.
Canada and... I'm sorry.
It happened.
All right, where do you want to go next?
Records for 200.
Records 200. He holds the record for most career Cup wins. Nick.
Who is Richard Petty?
Richard Petty is correct. And the last one, 400 records. The most wins in a single season since 1962. Nick.
What is 13?
Do you know who it was held by?
Jeff Gordon. Yeah.
That's correct, Jeff Gordon. All right, that takes us through round one. We'll look at the scores now, and we're going to open up the categories for round two. Let's see what we got. NASCAR on TV.
On your television.
Women in NASCAR. NASCAR slang. Race name. Car parts.
.com.
Sweet.
And unique wins.
Oh.
Nick, you control the board.
Let's go
You like to go
unique
first?
wins for 1,200.
Unique wins, 1,200. Brad Keselowski got his first Cup win series at Talladega. Excuse me, I want to reread that. Brad Keselowski got his first win in the Cup Series at Talladega in 2009, driving for this underfunded team who failed to qualify for 4 of the first 8 races that year.
Gosh.
Nick.
What is James Finch, Phoenix Racing?
Yes, Phoenix Racing, owned by James Finch. That was an exciting one. Where you want to go, Nick?
He turned him. Let's say unique wins for 1,600.
Unique wins, 1,600. This driver passed Dale Earnhardt to win the Daytona 500 in his first top 5 in the number 10. He also won Dover later in that same season for his only 2 wins. Nick.
Who is Derek Cope?
Derek Cope. Driving that neon-colored 10. Where you want to go, Nick?
Let's stick with it. Unique wins for 1,200.
Let's just kill this category. Go right out there. This driver won a rain-shortened 2019 Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona in his 3rd start, gaining Spire Motorsports their only Cup Series win. Nick.
Who is Justin Haley?
Yep, Justin Haley. Back at
It was
Spire.
a very awkward celebration, too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, kind
All right,
of weird.
Nick, you want unique wins again?
Yeah, stick with it. 800.
All right, 800, counting it down. After 358 starts, this driver won his first race, the 2021 Daytona 500. Nick.
Who is Michael McDowell?
That is him. And you want to go unique wins one more?
Yeah, finish it up.
All right. This 2011 Daytona 500 winner shocked fans by winning in only his 2nd Cup start. Nick.
Who is Trevor Bayne?
Yes, that is Trevor Bayne. He was answering.
Trevor Bayne.
You got to know Trevor Bayne, most definitely. All right, where do you want to go now, Nick?
Let's go race names for 1,200.
Race names, 1,200, right in the middle. This annual race runs on Charlotte's infield road course. Joe Mo.
What is the Roval?
Yes, it's the Bank of America Roval. I'm going to give it to you. All right, where do you want to go now?
NASCAR slang for 1,200.
For 1,200. She became the first woman to win a NASCAR. Wait, that's the wrong question. Let me back up. The amount a tire is tilted in or out from vertical, described in degrees, either positive or negative. Nick.
What is camber?
Yes, camber. If you don't check your camber, you might have to get a tire worn on you. It happened to me.
Let's stick with slang for 1,600.
1,600. Slang for a tire that has failed unexpectedly. Matt.
What is blowout?
Blowout is acceptable. Or tire going down also would have worked. Where you want to go, Matt?
You know what? Let's go with NASCAR on TV for 800.
For 800. He is the lead play-by-play announcer for Fox NASCAR. Nick.
Who is Mike Joy?
Mike Joy is correct. He's been there forever. What about now, Nick?
Let's stick with NASCAR on TV for 1,200.
1,200. NBC's primary NASCAR booth analyst from 15 through 23. Nick.
Who is Rick Allen?
No.
No.
Booth analyst. J-Mo.
Who is Jeff Burton?
No. Matt, you want to take a shot at it? No. Dale Jr. is the analyst.
Oh, I thought he was the color commentator. Okay.
Well, he does seem like he feels that, but he's supposed to be analyst, apparently.
Gotcha.
All right. Nick. Was it Nick?
Yeah, let's go race name 1,600.
Race name 1,600. This Pocono title race sponsor was named after the web address of another sport that has to do with rolling. Nick.
What is bowling.com?
Yeah, gobowling.com. Close enough for my taste. All right, where do you want to go now?
Let's go car parts for 2,000.
Big money. Cup cars use this sequential system instead of a traditional H-pattern shifter. Anybody? Okay. The sequential transmission. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they just go in a line now. That's what that means. All right.
I don't like. Let's go NASCAR on TV for 2,000.
2,000.
Let's do it.
Ooh. This Fox pit reporter won the Southern 500 and Talladega if the double yellow line wasn't there. Nick.
Who is Regan Smith?
That's him. They gave the win to Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
Where you want
let's go NASCAR on TV for 1600.
1600. In 1979, this network broadcast the first live flag-to-flag Daytona 500. Matt.
Who is CBS?
On CBS. That's right. What about now, Matt?
Women in NASCAR for 1600.
Oh, y'all been avoiding this one. This pioneering woman became the first female to compete in a NASCAR Cup points race in 1949.
I know more about women in NHRA than I do in NASCAR.
Y'all don't know this one. You're gonna hear the song and you're gonna say, "Sister Christian." Where you want to go next?
Let's go with race names. 2000.
Race names for 2000. In 2021, Busch Beer left it up to the fans to pick the title sponsor for this Kansas Cup race to get this name. Matt.
What is the Bushy McBush 400?
Yes.
Nice.
Bushy McBush race 400.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
All right, what's next?
Let's go with we'll stay with race names for 800, Dr. NASCAR.
Race names 400, and there it is. The most famous race of the NASCAR calendar held every February. Nick.
What is the Daytona 500?
It is the Daytona 500. Nick, where you want to go next?
Finish up race names, 800.
Race number 800. This Crown Jewel Classic is run at Darlington Speedway.
Yeah, nice.
What is the Southern 500?
Yes, sir. Bojangles got something to do with it sometime.
Bojangles. Finish up TV for 400.
Oh, yes. This network has been broadcast the Daytona 500 since 2007. Nick.
What is Fox?
Fox. Yeah. Where now?
Oh, NASCAR slang, 400.
All right. A spin involving multiple cars is called this. J-Mo.
The big one?
It's the big one.
Nice.
Where now?
Car parts, 1600.
1600 car parts. This part transmits power from the engine to the wheels. Yes.
What is the drivetrain?
Oh, that's a great one. And you're right. It's the drivetrain. Where would you like to go now?
Stick with car parts, 1200.
1200. The part adjusts to increase downforce on the rear of the car. J-Mo.
Was a torque wrench?
No. Nick.
What is the track bar?
No.
Mm.
Matt, any guess?
I think I know. Yeah, see, I thought it was that simple. I thought it was that simple.
Y'all were thinking it, definitely.
Really was.
All right. J-Mo, you pick again.
Women 2000.
Oh, my God.
Women for $2,000, aren't they always? This woman ran a full Truck Series season in 2020 and also competed in Xfinity and Cup. J-Mo.
Was it Haley Deegan?
No. Anybody else want to take a shot?
I can picture her.
Decker.
Yep.
I know it's one of them.
Yeah.
Haley Decker.
I was like, I can picture her, but
She had a baby and she gone now.
She gone.
All right, what's next?
Slang 2000.
Slang for the big money. aerodynamic term for the turbulent air currents caused by fast-moving cars that can cause a particular car to lose control or find difficulty in passing? No one? Dirty air.
Overthinking these way too much.
Yep. All right, we're next, J-Mo.
Women 1,200.
Women for 1,200. She became the first woman to win a NASCAR Touring Series race in 1988. No. She has two names, a first and a last. Shauna Robinson. You probably
Yes,
remember
to
driving
you,
that
Mrs.
49
Robinson.
car at one part.
I do.
All right, J-Mo, where at now?
Car parts, 800.
800 for car parts. This component keeps a driver safe in a crash. J-Mo.
Was the Hans device?
No. Even though that does. Yes, Matt.
What is the roll cage?
The roll cage is what we were looking for, covering the whole body. All right, where do you want to go now, Matt?
I'm going to wipe out that slang for 800.
Slang for 800. This term describes drafting very closely behind another car. Matt.
What is bump drafting?
Yes, sir. Bump it till you something.
Bump it till you wreck them going into turn 3. Oh, God. Let's see. Women for 800.
$800 women. This female driver won the 2020 ARCA Menard Series West race at Las Vegas Bullring. Nick.
Who is Haley Deegan?
No. J-Mo Matt? No. Gracie Trotter.
Yeah,
Gracie Trotter. All right, you want women in NASCAR or car parts?
Let's just wipe out the women. Whoa.
All right.
Whoa.
That sounded wrong.
And won the pole in the 2013 Daytona 500. Nick.
Yeah.
Who is Danica Patrick?
That's her.
We can't escape the lizard lady.
Car parts are last thing, 400. The only 4 pieces of rubber touching the track.
What are tires?
Tires are right.
I'm still negative.
That's all right. All right, we're going to go to our wager round. And the topic is NASCAR innovations.
Ah.
All right. Gentlemen, make your wagers on NASCAR innovation. This Hall of Fame crew chief is credited with introducing the concept of the gas-and-go pit stop in the 1960s. This Hall of Fame crew chief credited introducing the concept of gas and go pit stops in the 1960s. Let's see what you guys had. J-Mo, you said Dale Earnhardt. Great guess. Richard Petty's crew chief. It was worth $1,000. Incorrect, I'm sorry. Matt, you said Greg Sachs. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that one's wrong. You bid $8,200, which takes you down dramatically. Nick says Junior Johnson. Good guess. Definitely in the time period. He says 4,000. Also incorrect. Leonard Wood. Leonard Wood from the Wood Brothers. All right. And that keeps our reigning champion. Great job.
That Monopoly money.
All right, join us next time, folks, on whatever this game's called. Love you, bye-bye.